there, kindergarten. I was just getting ready to go off to the beach, and I needed a good book. So I picked this one. You guys want to hear it? I think I can probably read it before we leave. When I go to the beach, there's a couple things I always pack. I pack my bathing suit, some sunscreen, some sun protection, a hat, my sunglasses, and I always pack a good book because I like to read on the beach. Now, you know by this time that Miss Gas cares a lot about the earth. So I actually chose a book that's about the ocean, but it's also about taking care of the ocean. And it's a story about a fish named Alba, which Miss Alba's friends might really like because that's the same as her last name. So this fish, his first name is Alba, or her first name is Alba rather, and something happens in the ocean where she lives and she needs some help. So let's read the book and then we can maybe talk a little bit about how you guys can help next time you're at the beach. All right, so it's called Alba and the Ocean Cleanup, and the author is Lara Hawthorne. And it says down here, a story about saving our oceans. Alba and the Ocean Cleanup. There once was a small, quiet town that overlooked a brilliant blue ocean. And beneath the surface of the warm, shallow water, there was a beautiful reef. Shimmering fish darted and dived, and strange creatures scuttled into hidden places. So in some parts of the world, there are reefs under the water that are alive with all different kinds of plants and animals that lived under the sea. Amid the hubbub was a young orange fish named Alba, who lived next to an old spotted shell. So here's Alba. Here's the spotted shell. Every year on her birthday, Alba found herself something special. She loved things that were spotted, striped, and round, bumpy, spiky, and bright, or curvy, swirly, and small. Over the years, she grew and grew, and so did her wonderful collection. Look at all of the different treasures she's collected for her collection. This reminds me a little bit of Mrs. Skiffington's rock collections. But as time went by, so watch what happens to the water and the reef, and slowly more trash started to appear. Alba watched the reef change, and every year more of her friends left. So if you look from back here, you can see what the reef looked like here and how many different animals were there. And then slowly you see as more trash collects, the reef turns from this beautiful pink color to a gray color, which actually means that it's dying. And the fish have disappeared. One year on her birthday, Alba had no one to celebrate with. And though she searched and searched, she couldn't find a single beautiful thing for her collection. There was only garbage. So if you look in this picture, you'll see there's the rings that you find around soda cans, toothbrushes, bottles, little bottle caps, and cups, things people have tossed out. But Alba was determined. She kept looking until she was farther from home than she'd ever been. Suddenly, she noticed something glowing in the darkness. It was a pearl. How wonderful, she exclaimed. But it was just out of reach. So You see where the pearl, what the pearl is inside? She squished and squeezed. Got it, she said. She had the pearl, but she was stuck. No amount of wiggling would set her free, and all she could do was drift in the ocean current. So she got herself stuck in a bottle. Now, I can tell you, friends, that this is a fiction story, right? The fish is talking, so we know that it's fiction. But animals do really get stuck inside trash that gets left in the ocean. So that part is true. Eventually, Alba floated to the surface, where a peculiar new world appeared. Giant boats moved on the surface of the water, and white lights shone from the land through the darkness. Alba also saw a lot of trash. She longed to go home. That night she dreamed of her old spotted shell nestled in the reef. So take a look at what's happened. Remember the town that we saw at the beginning of the book? Oh, here it is. So check out the town, and now look what's happened to it. See all the trash? The next morning, a girl named Kaya was walking along the beach, looking for beautiful objects for her collection. Kind of reminds me of Alba. She found Alba. It's not safe for you, she said to Alba, and put her in a bucket of clean salt water. We've got to clean this up. Oh, I missed something. Oh no, Kaya said, I'll get you out. And she did. Then she looked at all the plastic bottles and bags. Our trash is everywhere. Kaya told everyone she met about Alba and how dangerous their plastic and trash were making the oceans. They needed to make big changes. The whole town worked together to clean up the mess they had made. They cleaned, and bit by bit, piece by piece, the sea started to get a little safer again. So you can see all the people on the beach helping to clean up the beach, and they even have divers going down under the water to help clean up the water. So if you look over here, the reef is still full of trash, but slowly it gets nicer, and look at how people are enjoying the beach. Soon, the ocean was clean enough for Alba to return. Kaya said goodbye and released her back into the water. Still clutching her precious pearl, Alba went home to her spotted shell and her collection of treasures. When she got there, she found that most of the trash was gone. On Alba's birthday, she celebrated with her friends in the reef, which was becoming busy and bright again. Alba's pearl dazzled her friends as they gathered around, and she told them the story of the brave girl named Kaya, who had worked very hard to make their ocean clean again. So see how it's returned and all the animals have returned? And this author has given you some animals to look for in the pictures. So there was a spotted moray eel, a blue-cheeked butterfly fish, a red-spotted coral crab, an emperor angelfish, greater blue-ringed octopus, and that's a fancy one, pink doриed nudibranch, violet-spotted reef lobster, leafy sea dragon, blue sea star, and Ocellaris clownfish. I think some of you guys might know this one from the movie Finding Nemo. That's that kind. So, and they also included some tips for how to take care of our ocean. Most people use plastic nearly every day, but it can be harmful to our environment. Plastic isn't biodegradable, which means it won't break down into smaller pieces as some other materials can. It can stick around for hundreds of years. When plastic ends up in the ocean, it can harm the animals that live there. Plastic bags can be mistaken for jellyfish and eaten by whales and turtles. Smaller creatures can choke on plastic straws, and small bits of plastic can be eaten by fish or seabirds. There are lots of ways we can look after our oceans. Here are a few things you can do to help. You can avoid using plastic products. So if you can use a glass cup instead of a plastic cup, or a cup that you can reuse again, or a metal straw instead of a plastic straw. Always pick up any trash you see at the beach. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, don't pick up anything that looks sharp. If it's sharp or it looks really dirty, don't touch that. But if it's just like a little plastic bottle cap, that would be something you could definitely pick up at the beach. Maybe use a bag or a pail to collect trash that you find. Never pour harmful chemicals down the drain. Reduce, reuse, and recycle, and encourage the people in your community or in your family or at your school to do the same. So those are all ways that we can help protect not just the earth, but the ocean, so that we can all enjoy things like going to the beach, which is what I'm about to do. So if you guys help, and we all help, we can all help protect the oceans together and keep the oceans safe and beautiful for both people and animals. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the book about Alba. I'm going to take it to the beach for my beach read, and I hope you guys have fun at Beach and Ocean Day.